やかな朝の風気持ちいいわね
After Nanoha was released, we were just trying to understand what is even the point of running flower petal when flower formation was clearly better in almost every situation. Even in single target fights, where flower petal was supposed to shine, flower formation was still giving better results on paper and actual tests. Until a few days ago, a random Noya main decided to pair his favorite character with flower petal, and somehow ended up with a score very close to Canace using flower formation. And after digging into it a bit more, we finally understood why. For simplicity, I will call flower petal as build 1 and flower formation as build 2 from now on. So originally, the reason we all dismissed build 1 was pretty simple. It looked like it was missing a few key damage multipliers. So we assumed that build 2 was better. Unless your Nanoha was extremely invested, like having max dupes. But after trying to make sense of this Noya run score for a few hours, and doing some actual tests with different combinations, we finally found what we missed. Let me show you the description of Use Annihilation. I will give you a few seconds to read it and think about how this potential actually works. If you are thinking that the bonus damage only triggers after an instant kill, then yeah, that's exactly what we thought too. But that turns out to be wrong. After doing some tests, we realized the damage bonus is actually unconditional. It applies to every petal, and the instant kill is just an additional effect. This also lines up perfectly with the CN and JP descriptions, where they clearly state that the petal damage is increased by X% and separately has a chance to instantly kill normal enemies. So yeah, the translation starts again. The second thing we found was even more important. The multiplier from Annihilation is actually skill damage, which means it does include one of the key multipliers that we originally thought build 1 was missing. Once we put those two missing pieces together, it became clear that flower petal was designed for single target content and also performs better than flower formation in that scenario. Here are the comparison results from both builds in boss split. And this is the build that I use. I know some of you are probably thinking, isn't this just because this BB favors build 1? Especially since build 2 cannot activate the debuff properly. But that's actually not the case. Build 2 can easily meet the condition, since it takes roughly 3 seconds to activate the debuff. The problem is, we don't really have a clear way to tell which debuff is active, unlike some other bosses that have very obvious indicators. So, for now, I will let the numbers speak for themselves, using results from Nanoha boss fight. To wrap everything up, because of the bad translation on Annihilation, we never seriously test this potential, and that led us to the wrong conclusion, that flower petal only works if your Nanoha is hyper-invested. Now that we actually understand how it works and which damage multiplier it uses, it's pretty clear that flower petal is better than flower formation in single target content even outside this boss split. If you are currently running on build 2, I would recommend giving build 1 a try and seeing how it feels for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.
準備完了であります
By the way, if you are watching until this point, I would like to hear your opinion on this team. Can you tell me how Tilia works as a main in the comments? I really have no idea about this character. Thank you. See you again. Bye.